Hey there, folks. Santee at the Arizona Ghost Raiders here. One-eyed Charley Parkhurst. Who was he? Why was he important to the Old West? What was... Really? You had the whole town? Had to walk right here? Honestly? Roll the film. In this day and age, women do men's work and men do women's work. 140 years ago, it was different.
I can do anything better than you.
Oh, you can.
Yes, I can.
Society had ideas on the division of the sexes. Women weren't even allowed to vote. That's what makes Old Westians like Stagecoach Mary and Calamity Jane so interesting. They broke the bonds of Victorian etiquette and blurred those gender roles. But there were others. Enter Charley Parkhurst. Born Charlotte Parkhurst in 1812, Charlotte and her siblings were raised in an orphanage in New Hampshire after both parents died. At age 12, Charlotte ran away, changed her name to Charley, and started identifying as a male. He got a job at a livery stable and learned how to handle a team and drive a coach. In 1849, Parkhurst set out for California. Around the Isthmus of Panama,
"It must be my lucky day." That's no good.
Like I was saying, in Panama, Charley was hired to be a driver for a freighting company out of San Francisco. Cool to land a job on the way to your destination, eh? Shortly after arriving in California, Parkhurst was kicked by a horse and lost the use of an eye, earning him the nickname One-Eyed Charley. Well, that sure didn't stop him, and it wasn't long before Charley was considered one of the finest whip drivers around. The ability to handle a team earned him the nickname Six-Horse Charley, and other employers snatched him up. Being in league with the other top whips, like the famous Hank Monk, was really something in those days. Parkhurst ran stagecoach routes all over the California coast. He transported everything from mail to prisoners. The roads then were not paved and coach wheels were not rubber, so it was a tough trip if bad weather was happening. One journalist wrote,
"The Western stage driver has iron nerve and rough, coarse manners. Reckless and daring, he is yet more to be trusted than a less bold and more cautious driver."
I mean, let's think about it. You're steering 6 horses, a huge wooden box on wheels, and a bunch of passengers with luggage on a strict time schedule. That's just under 10,000 pounds the driver's in charge of. 6,000 of that is 4-legged beast. Let's not forget the frequency of stagecoach robberies. Parkhurst's route through the Grass Valley met with bandit encounters. He was pretty rough on the criminals who attempted a holdup. He once whipped a highwayman in the eye and blinded him.
"Got any change? Any change? Anything you can spare. God bless you. God bless you."
In 1873, Charley gave up the whip business as rheumatism was starting to cripple him. He worked for the stage line, changing horses until it was just too much for his health. 6 years later, he developed cancer in his tongue and throat and refused the treatment the doctors offered. Ultimately, it was probably a feeding tube. There was really nothing else they could do for something like that. Charley Parkhurst died on December 29, 1879. Here's the jaw-dropping part. When folks prepared the body for burial, they found out that Charley wasn't a man after all. Imagine everyone's surprise and disbelief that the best damn stagecoach driver in California was of the fairer sex. Now they added, "Such a woman is very much more a man than anything else." Also, it meant that technically she was the first woman in the United States to vote. This amazing Old Westian is buried in Watsonville, California in their Pioneer Cemetery. If you find yourself near there, swing by and raise a glass to old One-Eyed Charley. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Huge thanks to Odessa Red for her research and portrayal of the famous stage driver. Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe.
Oh,
see how you down the trail. Pew pew.